Yeah, so just prepare to.
It'll be great.
It'll be perfect. Yeah, so just prepare to.
Y'all motherfuckers don't watch us play throughout the year, to tell you the truth. I'm gonna be real with you, and I don't care if I get fined.
That train is off the track.
I feel like you can't just like jump through Neptune and be okay.
Just prepare to.
What the show needs is more dogs and bears and chickens and stuff.
Yeah, so just prepare to be awash in unbeatable goodness.
Welcome, Pacers fans. You are listening to the Undebeatables, your semi-weekly Pacers podcast. This is episode 790, and I'm coming to you from Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm your host, Joey Giffrida, the man behind the dials. This show, well, the wheels are off, and we're going to discuss if it is even possible to fix this team. And guess what? I got a stat of the week. Joining me this show are two of our three analysts, coast to coast, like buttered toast. First, from Asheville, North Carolina, he's our in-house bartender, mixing up the drinks and the crappy jingles. And he's starting to climb up pretty high on my top 25 Undebeatables hosts, John Colson.
What is up, Pacer Nation? What is up, Undebeatables? Where am I? Am I the outside looking in? What are we, like 26, 27? I'm in the 50s?
We're going to have a whole show about it coming up here soon, so I don't want to let you know too much.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You're going to have to save some content for later in the season the way this one's going.
Okay. We'll just go like your top 5 Undebeatables and then your next 10, whatever. We'll spread it over weeks.
We'll do one per show.
And you know
Eventually
where Lance
we'll
is?
get to me.
Lance is not where you think. From Tacoma, Washington, out west, it's our enforcer, John Harper.
What is going on, fellas? Shouting out the tank.
Tankathon.com. It's now bookmarked. And
Right?
Such a good toy.
yeah. Well, before we get into the show, I want to remind listeners that they can support us, the longest running Pacers podcast, by heading over to patreon.com/undebeatables. And you can support our show for as little as $1 per month. So we're recording this show as we record. The Pacers got the one singular win, and we've been reminded a couple times that this is a potentially historically good draft class. Our best player is out for the season. Pascal Siakam's great. Everybody else is injured. This is not a win now season. But where do we want to position the team, and what can we do to make this year, tolerable while not diminishing the returns we get, and set us up for the future in a good way? I mean, we went to the finals last year. The franchise clearly wants to get back there. Colson, if you were, if Pritchard came to you in your office and said, I need a plan, what would you tell Mr. Pritchard?
Well, I mean, I think we all had high hopes this offseason to let these guys with real championship experience go play basketball and win tough games because they know how to do it. And, get some of the younger players some more minutes, some more experience, even though they've already been in the fire of a finals. But, your Shepherds, your Walkers, your Mathrons. This is just, it's not happening, Joe. Everybody's hurt. Toppin's out. Matherin's out. Neesmith was there for a minute. Now he's out for a month. we got Nimhard back just in time to, have everybody else out. I think there is time to see some of these younger players get some more minutes, but we're out of let's get to the second round of the playoffs and do something. This is a really bad start to the season. We're already down 11 games. We're 11 games from 500, and we've only played 12 games, Joe. Like, this is...
The math checks out.
The math is mathing right now. And so, if for some reason we could turn this around... I mean, last year, the joke was not the joke, but the story was, we didn't have Nimhard and Neesmith in the beginning, and our defense wasn't there, and our cohesion wasn't there. And then, after the All-Star break, we had the second best record of any team in the NBA outside of OKC. If we have the second best record after the All-Star break at this point, we still probably don't make the playoffs. We're already in that big a hole. And I don't want to say let's start tanking this early, but I'm saying let's start tanking. I just don't. We've played how many 10 guys off the street? Caleb Martin's brother is on our team? What's going on? I think it might be time to start thinking about next season and what we can do for this team. If we get a really good prospect and then bring everybody back healthy, let's spend this time getting all these guys back healthy and then see what we can do next year. I mean, already, am I punting too early, Harper?
I mean, I just don't think our mission has changed very much. This season was always about player development, making sure that we're very cautious with people's health. Which doesn't seem to be going super great so far since everyone is broken. I feel like Rick and Jenny at this point are probably nursing bad hammies. You would love to spend some time focusing as the season goes on creating, defense, playmaking from our younger players, and, just generally building coherence and, it's tag time. I mean, this is brutal. I mean, we just got no people.
And I mean, they're not coming back fast enough, right? Siakam
Neesmith just went out for a month.
Right.
We decided that on day one. We're like, yeah, he'll come back in a month.
Yeah.
That's okay for me. Like I said, we can help develop some of these younger players and get them, long stints of PT against really high level competition. And, there are things that we can take away from this season, but I think that the goal of ending up in the top half of the playoff bracket is pretty well out of the picture now.
Well, let me give you a best case scenario, right? So Siakam has already been just a workhorse, and he puts up an all-star type season where he's giving you 20 and 9 and 4 or whatever, and he does that. And you've got Nimhard is now back healthy, and he plays the rest of the season and plays at a high level. We get Mathurin back fairly quickly, and then I guess you put a Walker at 3, and let's say he blooms, and Isaiah Jackson sort of gets a little bit healthier from his full season off from last year, and the starting unit sort of becomes cohesive, and then you get TJ McConnell is now back, and let's say he plays the rest of the season, and this guy never turns it off. He has no off switch. He plays real hard. And then, you sort of cobble together a bench like Carlisle always seems to do, and suddenly we're competitive. Maybe we're playing 500 ball. That's probably your best case scenario at this point. You're still starting in a 11 game hole. Right?
Yeah, for sure. And, we mentioned last show, as good as Nimhard is in the playoffs, he is the guy he's got the biggest delta between regular season effectiveness and playoff effectiveness. He's just a different player when the bright lights come on. So his effectiveness in the regular season is fine. It's just not what it is when it's showtime. So I've yet to see him playing at that super high level for long periods during the regular season. So he's a by the numbers, kind of a mediocre point guard during the regular year, right? So we don't have a lot of ponies. I think that this season, as with any season, really, you have to value process over product, right? Like you have to keep doing the right things, and our coaching staff knows that, right? You got to keep approaching the game the right way, going to the locker room, the film room, and training with the same mentality, and getting the most out of what you can get, right? And not worrying about the wins and losses. You just got to do things the right way, and the rest will come out in the wash. And if that ends up with 60 losses this year, be okay. I would take a top 3 draft pick. But it may be that we do make a strong run and we win, 35 games. I mean, that's certainly not out of the question. And if that's to be, that certainly wouldn't be a wild outcome given what we know about the Pacers and their inability to tank in any meaningful way. I just don't expect this team to do that. They just never have.
But we've not started like this before.
Ever.
I mean, it's not like we're doing it on purpose.
Well, I'm just saying we're already, we're working from that position of strength where we're on the inside looking out right now for a top pick. And we're here in the top 3 or 4 players. I just don't want to get outside. It's going to be hard to get underneath, Washington and Brooklyn, New Orleans. There's some bad teams out there, and you get concerned about hey, you're close, and you get outside that the sweet spot. But I guess they flatten the odds some, right?
I mean, it's still a lottery on some level, right? So you don't know which slot is going to end up with the number 1 pick. You just don't.
Right.
So you can't worry excessively about it. You have to go out and do
Dallas.
The thing.
Dallas knows. But nobody else does, right?
That's right.
I mean, basically what you have to do is have a, almost franchise destroying trade, and then the NBA throws you a number 1 pick to fix it. So that's the way that works. I'd prefer not to go that route, but
I guess I trust our team to not trade Anthony Davis. I just trust him to do it.
Well, that doesn't explain Sacramento, they've had terrible trades over the history of that franchise, and
they never get the number 1 pick.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
they're as inept as Dallas and other teams, but they've done it for a longer period of time. They never get number 1.
Yeah,
Charlotte
and the Wizards, I feel like, there's a basketball gods thing that is involved in this that I feel like we might work out for us.
I mean, I do think that we got. I mean, if it is a basketball gods thing, then our team is the front runner out of the competition, right? We have a great coaching staff, right? I mean, we really do try and use this time to get the most out of our guys. It doesn't look pretty right now, but I mean, like you said, we're playing with guys off the street, right? They're getting better. They're just not ready to play, Devin Booker yet.
We're watching games right now where we're, losing by 40. We're not able to scrap those things out. And I mean, I suppose it is a talent delta, but, I want to make sure that we don't, maybe not that we didn't learn the lesson from last year, but that we don't remember that lesson because of the losing. We stopped trusting Carlisle's process because we just keep losing games.
I mean, it's a different team. It's just straight up a different team. And we didn't get to where we were last year because the first 12 games of the season were excellent. That's not the way it went down.
Yeah.
We played, we committed ourselves to a process. We got better every game, and that compounded until, after we got healthy, after the All-Star break, we were able to really put something together, right? And, that is the process that we relied upon. And this 12-game sample set is so far removed from that it's difficult to draw any particularly useful conclusions as near as I can tell, right? This is just a very different team. Now, did we play a team last week that was coming off a back-to-back and still beat our team to every loose ball for 48 minutes? Sure, that's a thing that happened. But, these guys who haven't played, who didn't make that run with us, they don't understand what that is and what that takes. But they also don't even really know what it means to face, the Nikola Jokic's of the world, right? Those guys on their average night are better than anyone they've ever seen at the top of their game. I mean, this hasn't been an easy stretch of basketball either.
No,
right?
It has not.
And we knew that this was going to be tough. And the fact that we just haven't had any horses in the stable to go out there and compete is just, we're just getting steamrolled right now. Like, it's not competitive. It's the Mad Ants versus, NBA teams.
Are we the Mad Ants anymore? Or we're the Noblesville?
No, it's the Noblesville Boom.
Boom. We get it. Harper, I know you had a couple weeks off, but we're the Boom now.
Yeah, the Mad Ants are who is playing for us. The Boom are better than what we have.
The Boom are better.
Well, I'm hoping, I hope they don't put together a heroic run, because I want those draft picks. It's been, we had, our last, sort of excellent draft pick was Matherin, who's turned into, he's a baller.
Well, and Jarris Walker was the year after that, right? He was also in the lottery.
Yeah. Jarris went 8th, I think.
Yeah. And then Matherin was 5 or 6?
5, yeah.
Yeah. So, we haven't been in the top 3 in a long time.
Yeah, Jarris went 8th, remember, because the pick from Washington. We actually picked 7th and picked up Coulibaly and then traded, right?
Right. That's right. This coming year, they say that there are 3 to 4 franchise-changing young prospects. So that seems good. They're saying it's the best draft in a long time.
So I hear. Yeah, it would be nice to have, one of those players on our team to start with, and it depends on what position we get one of those players at, but either if it's somewhere we're weaker, like if we get a big, maybe they can just go out there and play, but if it's a point guard, you're going to be behind, Halliburton, who I think would be a great mentor. And we got some good, like TJ is another guard who would be a good teacher.
Yeah, you don't ever want to draft for position. You want to draft the best player, but it'd be, we're real strong at point guard when everybody's healthy. So we're looking at Darren Peterson, who's a shooting guard, point guard, combo guard. Looking at a Cameron Boozer, which is Carlos Boozer's son. He's a 6'9" power forward. And then AJ DeBonsa. Is that how I say that? He's
That's
a
how you say it,
6'9",
yeah.
6'9" forward. And then there's Nate Amint. Good at these. Small forward, power forward.
It's because of the position that you're struggling, not because of their names, obviously.
Yes, exactly. So Peterson is, they're saying, is the next, they're comping him to Anthony Edwards or Kobe, I'm seeing, which is a huge thing to say. Cameron Boozer currently averaging 28 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks, and 2 steals.
All the things.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. And then the AJ, they're comping to probably like a Jaylen Brown, just a utility plays defense, can score, get you rebounds, do everything for you kind of guy. All those things sound pretty great, and we could use all of that, especially on a team that's got one win.
Right. Well, if you want to see an early preview, so Darren Peterson's Kansas plays Cameron Boozer's Duke on, I think, this Tuesday, the 18th. So we can get an early look at these two guys going head-to-head and see who gets what. Yeah, Darren Peterson, I mean, like you said, 6'6" guy, maybe a more natural fit at shooting guard, but super aggressive defensively, NBA body. His shot making is improving. Maybe the knock on Boozer is that he peaked early, but I mean, his comp is Paolo Banchero. And like, as athletic as Banchero is, it's not like you say that he's great because of his athleticism, right? He's great because he understands how to play the game, right? He understands all those nuances and he works really hard and he's really smart and a great defender. And that seems to be the kind of guy that Boozer is. So, if you end up with a power forward center type guy like that, who is maybe not off the charts athletically, but who just really understands the ins and outs of basketball, I think you're feeling pretty good about yourself. And then Kansas plays BYU, AJ DeBonce's school, not until January, I think, but that should be a pretty fun matchup too. All three of those guys are going to be watched pretty closely this year by all of the scouts, all of the time.
So, as you said earlier, the lottery is a lottery, and you can't spend too much time worrying about what position you're going to be in. If you just put in all your, money on getting one of those three guys, you can be sorely disappointed. You've kind of got to go ahead with the process, develop your own players, and tanking intentionally, as we saw from Philly for whatever it was, 6 years, can get you Embiid. Whatever. They haven't even won. They won 2 playoff series. They just tanked forever and didn't win a championship. So tanking on purpose is something that this franchise doesn't really do, and I think that's good. I do think that they are going to start being very cautious about bringing injured players back too soon, though. I think this is one of those things where you're like, oh,
there's nothing
no
in
point.
It for us.
Exactly.
Nothing in it for us.
Exactly.
So Indiana owns its first rounder this year and then has some absolutely ridiculous stuff going on with their second round pick that I can't even begin to wrap my head around. Washington owns 1 through 8 or has a Phoenix swap, and then like 8 pages of weird stuff can happen after that if they somehow end up outside of the 8. And the other early terrible team is Brooklyn, which according to Real GM owns its number 1 via Houston. Strangely. So
really,
those are the 3 teams vying right now. I would say that those are 3 teams that we had all pointed to start the season that probably looked like they were going to be awful. Number 4 is New Orleans, but I believe Atlanta owns their pick.
Oh my.
So that would be super bad if they have a terrible season. They're very incentivized to go. And right now, number 5 is, Sacramento and Dallas are tied. We know Sacramento can't get the number 1 pick, right? Because
it's just not something that happens.
It's just not possible.
And
Dallas
the Mavs won it last year. So yeah.
Who were they? Orlando? No way.
Or Cleveland?
Yeah. So I would argue that we're sitting fairly pretty here. Other than the fact that I have to stare at that .083 win percentage. Or sorry, we're down to .77 now. We're now 1-12. thanks to the loss to Toronto.
So, if you're a fan of this team, you're listening to the show. You're a fan of this team. What's bringing you back to the TV, to the radio, Joe? I mean, is it just the development of the young kids? Is it just because you find listening to, the announcers soothing while you fall asleep? What are we talking about?
That part has been true on the West Coast games. I do like listening as I fall asleep.
So the sonorous tones of Mark Boyle.
They're like old friends. They are.
That's true.
I guess he is. But
Eddie Gill's like a new friend.
He's a friend who's got another friend that I don't know very well and I'm not as comfortable with. But,
sure, he's like at the party and you can make some small talk.
Sure, exactly. But yeah, I mean, right now it's still the those core guys that I have my favorite players. It's Neesmith and Nemhard and Siakam, like those guys. Those guys can cook. Like they're good on their own, doing their own things, and they're great together. That stuff's fun to I like to watch or listen to that stuff. But and the young guys that were on the team last year too. Those guys are fun. Like I like watching Ben Shepherd. I like him, and I want to see what Jarris Walker. Speaking of Jarris Walker, I was like, I know this guy's talented, but I want to see him, bloom. I want to wait. See flashes of it occasionally, but I want to see that, and I just like having the games on, going when I can. I haven't been to a game yet this year, but we'll go soon. But yeah, I just this year, I don't know. Maybe as I've gotten older, I'm just always looking for the long term stuff, and so like the short term problems, I certainly acknowledge them and say, hey, I'm if it's a bad year, if you're gonna have a bad year because of a confluence of things, then whatever it is, what it is, and I'm ready for whatever we can get out of this year, enjoy it while it's here, and then in the future, the sort of permanent plan, where we have Halliburton and Siakam and all the other guys who went to the finals, and I want to do it again. That's what I want.
Yeah.
But it's not this year.
No.
Sorry to break your heart.
And like my basketball clock is super off too. Like the season went so late that it feels like not the real NBA season yet to me. So like
100%.
I'm not even like super sad about getting waxed every day yet. Like talk to me in December. I'm sure I'll, be annoyed by more losses, but I mean, I'm with you. It's, I really want Jarris and Isaiah to just go out there and start yoking on folks. I'm really looking forward to that.
I must say that I feel like this is a season where Siakam can put himself on the Pacers top 25 list. Just that sort of...
He's not there?
No, he's not there. He's only been on the team a year and a half.
Yeah, a year and a half where we went to the NBA Finals.
And the Eastern Conference Finals the year before that. Yeah.
And almost won a championship. What does it take?
He's like at like 27 right now. If he does yeoman's work all year,
26 to 30 is this defies physics.
There's a lot of people at 27.
There's 14 people between 26 and 30.
Yeah. But no, I mean, if this guy just does heroic things every night just to, Herculean tasks, even if we're not getting victories, I think that's going to be good for his list.
Where's Miles Turner again?
So Miles dropped a little bit after the So the thing is, I didn't really blame him for him leaving the team. You know, I felt like
kind of you.
I mean, we could have offered him more money
else
up.
sign his name?
We could have offered him more money up front, and we didn't do that. And it's a business, and he went and decided to go to another team.
To
now,
snap us for our rival.
Right. The fact that he went to our rival, and the fact that he's been a little cheeky about leaving. I didn't think he deserved booze, which he got when he came back. I think that's a little much.
I was fine with it. I'm not fine with him being ahead of Pascal Siakam on the list right now. I can tell you that.
He was on our team for 10 years.
And then he unceremoniously jilted us at the altar after almost winning a championship.
You know, you got to look at this from the long lens here. You know, I know it's a fluid list, but he's still hanging on. He's currently at 20. But last year he was all the way up to 12, so he dropped eight spots for leaving.
So yeah, he has been punished for what.
He's been punished, and he will probably fall off this list.
He's going to be punished more as time goes on. Yeah, we know that there's one guy coming for him pretty quick, if nothing else.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, okay, for example, Oladipo still on this list despite his unceremoniously leaving.
How long did he play for us?
What's that?
How long did he play for us?
I don't know, 4 years? But the thing is...
Of which he was injured too?
He was our culture. He was a part of one of my top favorite teams of all time, which was that 17-18 team with Bogey and, Collison. And, I loved that team. It was the 16-17 team. Anyway, even though he was actively trying to get off our team, he was so important to that franchise for that 1 year that he's still in the top 25. But he's at 25, so he will be dropping off quickly when Siakam comes for him. So it's a fluid list, and it's complicated to get on there and to fall off. There's a lot of rules.
Well, that's very difficult to argue with because I heard almost none of it.
I mean, Baby Al has fallen all the way to 6. I'm just letting you know.
Who fell to 6th?
Baby Al fell all the way to 6.
Baby Al.
Because Halliburton.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Halliburton came and just stole that from him.
Who's the? My question was going to be who's the highest active player?
Halliburton.
Okay.
Is currently 4.
Boy.
After Antonio Davis for some reason.
Just hanging on, boy.
Wait, Halliburton's number 4?
Yeah.
Halliburton's 4 and Pascal can't crack the list.
Joe,
and one of them was an all-star. And
just saying.
Joey, Lance is number 5, though.
I think you know what? I think I remember you promised me at some point that Lance would permanently be in the top 5.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he left and came back 3 times, so that really helps.
He might be eyeballing the 4th. I mean,
he really, yeah. No, I think at some point,
somebody put him on
Halliburton's going to be. It's going to be Halliburton's going to be 2, Jo's going to be 3, Lance is going to be 4, and then AD is going to maybe settle in at 5. We'll see how it goes. There's a lot of work to do. Halliburton's got to get back on the court.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And Siakam's going to be up there soon, I'm sure.
He might crack the top 10 if he plays for another 10 or 15 years.
That's right. That's exactly right. Get a chip with us. Everybody, that whole team's going to be the top 25. It won't matter.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys want a stat of the week?
Yes, very much.
I love stats of the week.
I think it's been a little while, and
you did a stat of the week last week. What are you talking about?
That was a while ago.
I don't know. I feel a little bit different about this one.
Okay.
And you know what? Legitimately, I need to wait for Jason on this one.
Oh, okay.
I gotta wait for him. I thought it, after digging into it a little bit more, I thought it'd be fun to have him. It's something that he knows a lot about. I thought it'd be fun to have him like listen from afar, but then I realized I'd rather have him weigh in live.
Is it about glow in the dark mice?
No.
Oh, okay.
Good
That was
guess.
my guess.
Nope. It's about ones that don't glow in the dark.
Oh.
If you can find those anymore.
This has not been fact check, but
Joey, stat of the week.
The worst start for an NBA team after reaching the finals with the 77-78 Washington Bullets, who lost their first 6 games. However, the team with the worst record in the first 10 games was the 24-25 Indiana Pacers.
25-26.
The 1-9 record.
25-26, yeah.
Okay.
The Bullets rallied to win the championship in 79?
Yeah.
After a 0-6 start?
so what you're saying is we're going to win a ring.
Apparently.
Well, I think we either need to do it now or go full tank.
I mean, that's always the way. Either get the chip or the number 1 pick. I mean, if you could just do
There you
that
go.
every year.
Be in the middle
Why are
doesn't
people
make
doing
sense.
other stuff? Yeah, why are
That's right.
people doing other stuff? You guys are hired. You guys are my GMs.
We're so full of good ideas.
It's just genius. Just genius. Just one game theory.
That's right.
Joey, stat of the week.
You guys know me, and on the sort of scale of like how sociable I am, I put myself a little more on the introverted side. But it caught my eye. We were driving around in Iowa. Earlier this year, and
Hanging out with Drinkwater?
Drove
What are you doing
by.
in Iowa?
Right? Shout out Iowa.
No, I got a lot of family in Iowa.
That's
I
right.
talked to her about where my family's from, but we were driving around, and I found that there's a town called Keota, and it's in the Keokuk County. It's kind of, I think, southish, eastish Iowa, but it is by percentage the most outgoing population in America.
Really? How do they figure that out?
So there's a survey that went out, and it's a self-reporting survey, but almost 62% of the population consider themselves extroverts, or they're at least labeled as extroverts. And there were 61.6%, and the number 2 city in the country, Manchester, New York, and they were just 0.1% behind there.
Oh, well, I mean, I knew about Manchester. I mean, they throw a hell of a party.
Yeah.
But,
Sure.
yeah, didn't know about Iowa.
Now you know.
Yeah.
Now I know. Keota, you said?
Keota, Keota.
Oh, I thought it was... So there's a draft pick that's named Keota, I think. No, he's
Oh,
Koa. Never mind. But maybe we'll get Koa Pete, and he'll be super outgoing.
but there are 1,009 residents total. And
Do they all know each other and all hang out all the time?
I mean, they must.
well, at 1,000 people, you're gonna know a lot of them. Gonna know a lot. So I don't know. For me, a place like that, probably nice to visit, but I may not want to live there.
That's right.
I guess.
Sounds like your worst nightmare, Joe.
Yeah, well, it's not everybody, but it's a good percentage.
Keota, Iowa, Joe's personal hell.
Yep. I know. I remember we had just driven by, and there was a sign. It was like the most extroverted city in America. So
You drove through real fast.
I mean, it's not. I mean, it is 1,000 people. It didn't take
Yeah,
that long.
yeah.
But
The southernmost city in Iowa, apparently.
is it okay? All right.
It's
to know.
apparently right at the junction of the Des Moines and Mississippi rivers.
Okay. All right.
It's almost Illinois.
All my family.
Shout out to your family, Joe. Shout out to Drinkwater, who
Shout
lives
out,
in Iowa.
shout out.
Shout out to Darla Williams Song, Iowa. It's all my shout outs for Iowa, I think.
I don't normally hear a shout out to an inanimate object, but like just a song.
It's a great song.
Okay. I'll take your word on that. My mom played, my mom is from Iowa. When they were young, when she played in high school, they did, we talked about this a long time ago, but they played 6-on-6, but it was three offensive players, three defensive players, and you couldn't dribble past half court. You were either a guard or a forward. Those were the two positions. So guards, they guarded. That's what they did.
Forwards went forward.
Yep, it's not just a clever name.
Confusing.
There's a lot of passing in that game, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
At least
Fundamentals.
one per possession, at least.
At least one per possession. That's true.
Yeah.
A lot of space out there.
Yep.
So you would so basically you would just play 3-on-3 half court basketball. Is what you're saying?
It's two. Yeah, it's like two games going on at once with one ball.
Because you never get to like play the other three. I suppose if there was like substitutions or something, but otherwise you're just playing the same three people in half court basketball, and then you just have to throw it across the line.
Yeah.
To your offensive players once you got a rebound,
and then just hang out.
Yeah, it's just like the
You just
nutrition
hang
was
out
really
and
bad back then. Like they didn't have enough calories to play full court.
I don't know. Well, it was just women's sports, yeah. So I think they.
But I mean, did you just like you get a great view, I guess, of the game, right? Right? Does everybody like press up against the line and see what's going
Like
on?
a mime?
Cheer?
they were minding
Invisible wall. They have to.
The ref was watching to make sure their fingers didn't. Yeah, I don't know. I think it was. I don't know why. I guess maybe just to make it a little bit easier.
Well, you get two
Less
extra
running.
kids on the floor, I suppose.
Yeah, there's just less running if you.
Yeah, a lot
can't
less
even-
hammies were pulled. You know.
Sure. I guess I don't know, but they did something right. Caitlin Clark came out of the state, so
I mean, so did Halliburton.
did we talk about? Or maybe I was texting about this, but like, can we just sign Clark? Is there any reason we couldn't do that?
Actually, I believe we're the only NBA team to have ever had a female player.
Yeah.
Right?
I know we had drafted. I don't think she ended up playing like a game, but we did draft. But I thought, she's. I don't know.
It's not the men's
probably
basketball association,
right.
so no, I don't think that there's anything stopping you from doing that.
There ain't no rule that says women can't play basketball.
You're using the Airbud defense.
Yeah, everyone defense. There ain't no rule that says dogs can't play basketball.
Anyway, I'd like to see it.
Deep cut.
What's she doing? Nothing.
I just State Farm commercials for days. Counting them stacks, man.
She does for the Peyton Manning Children's Hospital, whatever. She does commercials. She and Peyton Manning do some here for local commercials we see.
Well, we could use some shooting. Just saying.
Yeah.
And some ball handling.
Yeah.
And some IQ on the court.
And some more.
Right.
And some butts in the seats.
Right. All those things.
I'm not actually sure she would actually hurt our defense.
Right. Yeah.
So you were okay with people booing Miles Turner, Harper? I got to come back to that. You were fine with it?
Like I said, I think the guy. I do not understand that guy's decision making process. I thought it was shite.
Well, we lowballed him, apparently.
I mean, we made him an
they-
NBA offer on a contract, and he said, that's not the right number. I'm going to take the first offer from another team and never talk to you again and leave to a rival in your conference, in your division, right? Like, that's not good negotiation.
Yeah.
Well, because I think he could. I mean, it's not like he played the open market. Yeah, so he got that offer. And
Yeah, he got one offer and said, I would rather take that one offer than take 10 years of, this team having shown loyalty to me. So, yeah, I mean,
So
I
get
it.
the sense that
I mean, I
get
wouldn't
the
have booed
sense
him
that-
personally, but I'm not mad at people who did.
Yeah,
He should still be in.
I mean,
blue and
we're
gold.
yeah. If he had gone out to Golden State or Portland, I don't know, then nobody would have complained. But he went to the Bucks.
Or if he'd have gotten substantially more money than what he was really going to make. With
Yeah.
us. Like, it wasn't a big difference.
Because
Yeah, you're right. He didn't get
I
a
know
bag.
it's easy for the team. I know it's easy for them to say it, but after the fact. But I get the sense that they would have paid what Milwaukee paid him.
Yeah. And I just,
That's what they say.
I just think that, while 9 or 10 million is like a huge amount of money, like,
Maybe for you.
it's legitimately not to him. Like, he's already got more money than he will ever spend. Like, it really doesn't matter. It's just what is going to make you happy. And he chose to play for another team because this wasn't what was going to make him happy, as near as I can tell. So I understand fans booing that because they felt like they were betrayed by a player that they had rooted really hard for a lot of years, and they didn't feel like that loyalty was repaid by their favorite player. So I get it. Like I said, I wouldn't have booed him because he wasn't my favorite player.
Fair enough.
Beneath contempt. Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
Suck it, Bucks.
Yeah.
That
Well, that's
I
definitely
can
true.
get behind that.
We can all get behind that.
Yep. And I suppose if you're wearing their laundry, suck it.
Reap the whirlwind.
All right, team. Well, I think it's time we get running. We'll be back with you next week, hopefully, to talk about some W's.
Yeah, we'll get.
Hopefully
maybe we'll get
else.
When are we getting some of these players back? Do we get?
Month?
When's Whiplash coming back? When's Quentin Jackson coming back?
Maybe sooner than that, but
Okay.
all right, team. Well, until then, you can find us on Facebook.com/TheUndebeatables. Our website is TheUndebeatables.com. There's a contact form there. You can use that to send us a message. Shout out at TheUndebeatables.com is our email address. Head over to our website/store for merch.
For the architect, Donnie Walsh, and the Pacers' first couple, Nancy and Bobby Sick Leonard. Turn out the lights. The party's over. Okay, real briefly, why doesn't Wimby average 45 a game?
Is this a
I don't know, just sort of like a what is the sound of a tree falling in the woods if no one's around?
yeah? That's kind of
It's a
what I
Cohen.
was. Yeah.
He's just pacing himself.
What's this? What's the sound of one hand clapping?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't hear anything.
Why does he?
I mean, the Golden State beat San Antonio. Draymond Green is guarding him. He's got like 2 feet on the man, and I know Draymond Green is savvy veteran. I know he knows all the
All
tricks.
NBA
but, like,
defender. Yeah.
Yeah, but like you could probably just lean over and put the ball in the basket over the guy.
Well, and leave your balls exposed.
That's
with
a fair
Draymond?
point.
Excellent point. So he couldn't score 40 on him because he had to have one hand on his crotch and the other one had to.
Well, because I mean, you got the Draymond does not know what a basketball motion is, a natural basketball motion. So you got to be careful out there.
And
You
who
want
who
baby-
can we count
you want
on?
Baby Wimbies.
Yeah, exactly. Who's going to be the next generation of 8'5" basketball players if Wimby doesn't procreate? So
he could have, but he was worried about the future of
I see.
basketball.
he's doing the right thing.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's doing it for all basketball fans.
That's right. Mm-hmm. So Wimby is currently 21 years old. He's in his third season. He's averaged 21, 24, and he's now averaging 26. He'll be in his prime in
3, 4 years? 5 years?
6 years? 5 years? Okay.
5 years.
5 years. So if he's averaging an additional 2.5 points every year, that'll put him at 38 a game, 39.
Okay. Yeah.
So he just has to
That makes
continue
sense to
his
me.
current, track of
Yeah.
improvement, and he'll get there.
Okay.
His field goal percentage has also it went up 10 percentage points the first year, and it's up over 25 percentage points this year. He's shooting.
We're very close to him dominating everything.
Yeah. He has 11 defensive rebounds a game, 13 overall boards, 4 assists, 3.5, 3.6 blocks. And that's through 12 games, like not a big sample set. So he's just getting
Right.
warmed up. MVP.
Right?
Yeah. So cool it over there, Colson.
Sorry, you're right. I just like people dunking on Draymond Green. I just want to see more.
Kind of the best.